J Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. We here to break down a double feature this week. Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, and episode 6. And then we're going to talk about what to expect for Power, Raising Kanan. So I'm here with the lovely Kay Leezy. What's up? How you doing?
Hi, Jay. Happy Sunday. How are you? Hey, Chad.
All right. Can't complain. All right. Just got through watching that Game of Thrones. And for those who don't know, we have been trying to get around to doing reviews for this House of the Dragons for a while. And so this just the timing worked out. So we're going to try to get the rest of the stuff going as well. So, you know, we have definitely been watching it, talking about it and things, whether in Discord or other stuff. So, Kelly, what's your thoughts on House of the Dragons so far, these first 6 episodes? What you think about it?
Well, Jay, you know I was going to boycott Hot D. I was one of those people who were so pissed off and upset at the ending of Game of Thrones. I was like, throw my hands up. I'm not watching it. And, you know, yet again, Jay put me on like, stop it. And I'm very pleased that I'm watching it. I'm excited. I want to know what's going to happen. It's pure drama. I'm on Team Damon. He out there, but I'm Team Damon. I'm rooting for my boy. And Jay, I'm loving it. The dragons this episode. Oh yes, from the baby to the big, you know, ultimate big dragon. I love the dragons. They stepped up their game. They stepped up their game. Even Damon's dragon with his little wonky, you know,
legs.
Yeah, he looked kind of strange. You know, he looked like a gecko.
It looked like them little Men in Black aliens that was sitting there, the worms.
I was like, I'm not mad at they giving the dragons little dimension and they changing them up, not just the stereotypical look of it. Like we could tell the lizards came from them. It looks, I like it. I really love the dragons, and ain't that what we're here for? Like, yeah. I got a dragon. Listen, when I saw that, I said, "Ooh, look at this!"
Right, spider dragon over here.
I loved it. I loved it. I'm new to the whole CGI world, so you know, I'm new to it, but I love how it looked though. And you know, when you got your TV that does all the perks, you know, I watch it on the special big TV. I'm not even looking at it in my room no more. I'm like, I got to go outside and see this.
Yeah. I mean, I watch a lot of CGI stuff, and they do a good job with this. They use top-notch stuff. So,
okay.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a TV show where they got the B level. No, they use the A level stuff. So, yeah, it does look good. They do a good job. And then they do a thing where they combine a little bit of live reality, live action mixed with the CGI. So like they may show the dragon, but it'll be something really blowing real fire, you know. So yes. It's not 100% CGI, you know. And
right.
That makes it even better. It gives the real effect. Yeah.
I think I heard they made a toy thing for them to be on and stuff like that. So like you're saying, they're giving still a lot of that live action stuff with the it don't look fake to me. It don't, remember back in the days it looked like if they just put the dragon in there and he's just moseying along. It looks good. I can't wait for the most score, Jay. It's gonna get points up there on this episode for the most score. I'm telling you.
It did have a little bit of everything. So, you know, what do you think about the time jump and why are they skipping like damn near 10 years every episode? 3 years, 10 years. What's going on? What do you think about that?
I don't like it, Jay. It makes me disconnected. So I think that the new Rhaenyra, I need to get another episode. to get, you know, connected to her, because I fell in love with the smaller one, the younger one. So now I'm like, oh my gosh. She just didn't pull me in. I was waiting to see if she immediately, you know, pulled me in, but I'm not feeling that vibe yet, because, you know, I'm now getting attached to the younger one. She's just started to get into herself, you know, and now I got this grown woman with her third kid now, and I'm like, what? I didn't even see if she drank the Plan B tea. We don't know what happened, you know.
Right. Yeah, that I don't know why they're doing that with the actors as far as replacing it, because we saw Sir Christian is still there. So why you couldn't just have her look a little older and put on the makeup or whatever and leave her? Why switch her out? Both of the women. There's no need to switch them out, I don't think.
I didn't think so. I didn't think it was necessary. Remember last week in Discord, we were talking about how they switch over the Valerians and they left the other kids small. Now they switched off everybody again. Like, how on earth did that happen? Right?
Yeah, that's crazy. I guess if this story didn't have enough action so that they want to skip through everything, why start here?
Right. They could have started from right here, right now.
Yeah, they could have started from anywhere. You know, why not go and hear about the Conqueror? What was it, Valon the Conqueror, or Aegon? Yeah. Why not see that story then, since you all want to skip the story? Exactly. But I got a theory as to why they are skipping the story. All right.
Bring it on, Jay.
When I was talking with you before, you said that majority of the book people already know this story. And so maybe they're just showing it because, just like in Game of Thrones, really Ned Stark wasn't important, but they had it so we can understand why the people felt and did what they did. Okay. So maybe they're just showing it, but they're skipping it because they feel they hardcore people know it already. So let's just show it for those that don't know it. But we're going to blow through this so we can get to the new material that nobody has seen.
I get it.
So that's what
you put some bars in there, Jay. I like that. But I said you put some bars in there. I like that. But I get it. I fully get it. So, okay, fine. Get them the little backstory. Get them still connected. But now you can direct it where...
because I don't read the books. I never read them, so I wouldn't have known this information had they not have shown it. So
right, so it's connected.
Getting me up to speed, but all the people that know, they skipping it fast for them. So kind of pleasing both. But then,
so maybe the real story starting now.
To me, the real story probably start next season, because this is almost over.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess so. By you knowing a little bit about what happened in the books, right now, is this where the books left off, or is it still more that the books say? You don't have to say what they say, but is it still more to come from the books from here?
Oh yeah, there's a lot more to come from the books. A part of this I don't even remember, to be honest, but there's a lot more. And you're absolutely correct that next season is going to be surefire unless they do some ridiculous jump again, which at that point it'll be ridiculous. So, but there's so much more to come. Let's just say Civil War has to erupt. So, and that I don't see happening fully this season. Like you said, it's almost done. It's 10 episodes, right?
Yeah, they just getting everything together, and so that we'll know why what we see next season is what we see.
All right, Jay, I like that. Using your
Cam said this ain't even half the book so far, so
yeah, this is scratching the surface. So I do agree with your theory, Jay. I like that they needed to get everybody who's aware and unaware up to speed to a degree so that we could all have like a cohesive mindset, and then bam, 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 give us the meat and the gravy.
Right. The only thing that I just got a little when she say this ain't even half the book. Well, I hope they don't just do the book and that's it, and don't add to and change up stuff. Cause
They changed up already.
oh, okay.
Yeah, they've been changing up stuff already. And little pieces here and there, but you could tell that they are going to be authentic in this rendition of it. It's not play by play for the book. So I appreciate that as well. And I didn't read the book, but when Game of Thrones was going on, remember I was telling you, Game of Thrones
Watching
gives me.
other videos of people telling
I
everything.
know I was listening to somebody. She was reading the book, so I was listening to her. Read the story and recant. So it's different when you read it. You absorb it differently. But I know the gist of this story. But Game of Thrones led me to you, Jay, because prior to Game of Thrones, I would never watch reviews. I didn't even know reviews was a thing. So if I wasn't watching Game of Thrones, I wouldn't have been able to get into Power, and I wouldn't have found you, Jay.
Hey, there you go, man. The Game of Thrones ended up being all right.
Yes.
I did do reviews for Game of Thrones, the first show. So it is on my channel for those if anybody do want to check them out. Now we see that they making the king just fall apart like in real time, instantly. And now his damn arm done fell off and all of this. I mean, damn, he looking like Mr. Potato Head falling apart over here. I mean, he should have cut his fingers off before it spread a long time ago.
Right.
Yeah, and he didn't waited so long to. I'd hate for him to take the shirt off. At first, I thought he had needed a tetanus shot or something. Now I don't know if it's dragon scale. What's going on with him falling apart like he is?
He falling apart so bad, Jay. Oh gosh, so bad. Like, listen, they might as well just be propping him up because he knocking on the door. He knocking on the door, Jay. You right. Why didn't he cut it off? But I mean, you know how to cut babies out the belly by that time. Why you didn't cut these fingers off when you realized the tips of them were turning black, right? Like, oh my gosh. He got 6 fingers and 1 thumb. It's disgusting. And the fact that he's still calling for his wife, Lord Jesus have mercy, Jay.
You got to go on and drop them drizzles.
Yuck. Shivers. So you could tell why this girl turned into a mean bleep 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 because she got to sleep with this guy who's falling apart.
But she ain't sleeping with him because she ain't even walking with him. She leaving his ass behind and throwing blankets on him, and she treating him like crap now. When your health decline, you'd be surprised who treats you bad in life, man. So
the people that you don't expect, you know.
The people that you don't expect that you did the most for, they end up treating you like crap. And now, that's what's happening. Savannah Rivers said he let himself go. He needs some Geritol.
He needs everything, Savannah.
Right. He ain't let himself go. His self let him go. It fell off of his ass. So Cam said Allison is a hater. I don't think it's that. I think that when her dad told her that if you don't fight for your son to be king, then she'll be queen and she gonna kill you to make sure you all don't take over. And I think that fear really stuck with her. And we saw this episode. She tried to snap her little son out of it while he was beaten off in the window.
What was he trying to do? Fertilize the yard, Jay? I was disgusted.
He said Fort King's Landing. So
I think he's a hater though, Jay.
You think so?
Yeah, you know why? Why?
I don't think she's a hater because she was fighting for Rhaenyra last episode, and it wasn't until her father told her, "Look, dummy, they are going to kill you when she becomes the queen. She don't have a choice. Like, she will have to kill you because if you're alive and your son is alive, people would want him to overthrow her. So like it's either your life or hers. Either you start to make your son king, or you basically got to be her bitch. You need to start just begging her for forgiveness, kissing her ass, and being her slave. So what you gonna do? Either you gonna be her slave and hope that she's doesn't even if you are her slave, hope that she chooses not to kill you because of your son and blood, or make sure that you on top. What choice do you got?
But Jay, I think it actually sunk in after she found out that Rhaenyra slept with Cole. I thought it sunk in because remember she was still trying to defend her when her father said those words to her, but it still lingered in her head, right? And first of all, I don't even know why she that mad. She found out she didn't sleep with her uncle. So why were you that mad that she still slept? Is it because she didn't say who she slept with? Because Rhaenyra ain't lied. She said she didn't sleep with her uncle. But I think it's after, is it Christian Cole? After he snitched on himself, right? Then that's when she got teed off. But remember, you backstabbed your friend first.
But see, she's not a hater. I see what you're saying. It's out of her hands. That's what her father say. Knives will come out. Yeah, the father named you the heir, but the realm don't want a woman to rule. So it's going to be a war. And it's regardless of whether you want it or not or what you think. And that's what she didn't understand. And that's when he had to shake her when he was leaving. Like, this is going to happen because this is what happens in the realm. Right. That's why Queen Rhaenys wasn't queen. Princess Rhaenys, because they didn't want her.
Queen never was. Okay.
Exactly. And that's gonna happen to her. And so since she's been named heir, she's gonna want to keep that power. Whereas Rhaenys was never named heir. She was trying to be, and she should have been, but they passed over her.
Because she was a female.
Right. And so now that this is happening, that's why the Queen Alicent is upset, because she keeps having these bastard kids. Because if you had a legitimate child, that would end the possibility of war. Because now you could be queen, and your child, if it was a son, would take over after you, and that would end all of this. But you're not doing it.
No, I get what you're saying, Jay. But from a female perspective, she's a hater. Because you know what? She had to sleep with the leper father king, right? Whilst Rhaenyra is having her, she living her best life, right? She got Sir Christian and whatever have you. She got to sleep.
Got him no more though.
Well, Jay, I just want to say this for all the ladies in the chat who are in here now and who are going to see this on the replay. You can't give your pride and joy to every and any guy, okay? Because clearly we see they all can't handle it. You see what this guy did? He turned into the devil because she wouldn't run to the cinnamon ships with him.
Right.
How? She got a dragon.
Yeah, he's mad because
he's mad, Jay.
He mad because he loved her and he wanted her. She loved him, but because he didn't want to be her whore, he found a new whore and moved on. And he mad because now you got to sit there and watch it and train the kids and be there. That's your fault.
He was mad from the minute he didn't want to be her whore. Right, he was big mad from that very moment, talking about run away to the cinnamon ships. Like, are you kidding me? And he got salty. He snitched on himself. Oh my gosh, he pissed me off. You can't. I just started screaming up and down the house. You cannot give the ting to every and any one of these guys. They can't all handle it. And you see, he lost his marbles before the kids, because when that happened with the Plan B tea, I was like, maybe her first kid could be his. But because they jumped 10 years, we would never even know. Because at first I was like, oh, that would be good if they spun it where he was evil to his own son and then found out afterwards it was his, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
I
10
mean,
years, how old is her son in this? 8? No.
I mean, it's been 10 years past, so
Is her eldest son 10? I don't remember.
9 years old or something. They didn't say the age. But
Because,
if she was smart, she could have drank that tea and then just poured some water in the bottle and gave it back.
they didn't know that, Jay.
To pour water in it.
They'd be like, this does not smell like toad's wort and blah blah blah. So, but I would try to see, like, the jump disconnected me so much that I wasn't able to even try and put my little theory together, because I just thought it would have been good had the eldest son been his. This damn hater. Both of them are haters. That's why they conspire right here.
He not a hater, but I'll say this. He's
salty.
He is salty, but I'll say this. So Sophia Antonia on Facebook said, because he said, I went against my vows, but if we get married, it could be reversed. But here's the thing. Nobody knows it. So you're only punishing yourself. You're tripping, dude. Like,
he tripped off. You know what, Jay?
Man, only he knows it. He could have still
moved on. Allison knows too.
Yeah, but Allison ain't do nothing. She could have had him killed or said something. She turned him into her whore. That's what she did. And now he over here running around saying this and that, man, and trying to abuse the kids. You know. Yeah, and then he felt like he did the right thing by getting old boy to fight him and getting him thrown out and lose his cool. And you know, it could have been him, but
look how salty he is, Jay. He's salty towards kids. Okay, you could be salty towards Rhaenyra, but these kids didn't ask for you to treat them like that.
Yeah, but you thinking like a modern person. He's seeing them as a walking reminder. These bastards, literally, these little bastards, walking around showing me in my face, and I gotta be here with them, that the mama ain't worth a damn, and neither is old boy, and all. It just, man, he don't see it the way we would think about it today. Oh, whatever.
Horrible.
Nah, he want them dead. That's what he want. And it's funny how he got his ass kicked in the same way that he did old boy in the wedding party. He lucky some people saved him, though.
Did you not think it was a plot? Did you not think that was a plot? Because he was like, just as I thought, right? So to me, he provoked him to run.
He did provoke him, yeah.
Yes, but he put his hands on him. Right, so strong.
Saying what he said, right?
Right, that he would have been, you know, excommunicated from. I don't know all the names just yet, Jay, but he knew what he was doing. He taunted him to leave the castle, the kingdom. So he knew what he was doing. Yeah. I don't like him. I don't like him.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what's going on. Mm-hmm. He did risk a lot being with her, and he was trying to be honorable and do right by her, get married and all this. And she like, yeah, right. Now he was being naive.
Yes.
He was trying to do it for love. He was just straight. He really loved that girl. Nothing else. It was just pure love. And
but she had feelings for him too.
Yeah, but she don't see it as a pure love thing. She knew it was other things that was at play.
Right.
He wasn't, you know, like he like, well, let's just run away. She like, I am the crown. Like,
right.
Yeah, so he meant well. It's just like y'all ladies get the one sweet guy that loved the hell out of you and so nice, but you do him wrong because he was too nice and too nerdy, and then you get with the bad boy, and then he knock you up and all the stuff happened, and then he got to sit there and watch you complain and talk about how your baby daddy ain't worth a damn when he was there ready to do everything for you, but you ain't want him.
That's not how girls see it. Ladies in the chat, let me know, okay? Because this is not how we see it. Hi, Ann. This is not how we see it at all, Jay. She gave him the ting. It sent him mad, and he lost all his marbles that very night. Talking about, you gonna tell the crown to run away to the cinnamon ships? Are you nuts? And then she still said, listen, but I could keep you because we have that arrangement. So, you know, these two fools are conspiring and acting up. They don't even know that her husband don't even prefer her sexually. You know what I mean? So they're horrible. But this Allison, she's a hot mess. But she told him, oh, next try, maybe you'll finally get one that look like you. She got some. That's why I say she's a hater. She got some damn nerve telling him that. Like,
a hater. If she was a hater, she would have told the king, and she would have told and spread rumors more and made sure that she was done. Like she told him quietly to his face where nobody can hear. That's just like, wait, I know you. Yeah. But it ain't hating, because if I was hating, I'd be doing things that would happen to you. Well, so I'm just letting you know that I know that you know that I know that I saw you know what you did.
That's what girls call hating, Jay. We'll talk about that part in Discord, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, guys, hating comes with action.
Okay.
So you can't be hating, but you're not doing nothing to harm that person, whether spreading rumors, talking about them behind their back, trying to get them killed, whatever, you know. And that's not what she doing. She actually got mad when you know, we be clubbing started the barbecue. She like, what you doing? He like, I hope
she's sleeping with the devil.
I know, right? She like, I hope I'll be rewarded. I hope I'll be rewarded. I've killed my papa.
I know.
But we be clubbing. We be clubbing. Nah. So what's up? Hey, what you think is his plan right here?
I think that he has to secure his future, point blank and period, because he be clubbing, and he needs that in, and that's why he made that crazy move. Like, what? First he burnt out the tongues, then he killed his dad and brother, and they were leaving anyway. But your wish is my command, queen.
Yeah, they was leaving anyway. He didn't even have to do that. But yeah, like I told you, my theory is he looked at it as a way to get in good with the queen and then eliminate his brother and father. So now he's the heir.
He is. He is the sole heir. No one to interfere.
Mm-hmm. So it looked like he gonna be the new Lord Varys, the weakest one that you think, that end up lasting the longest and making the best moves. So who knows? Or better yet, Tyrion, the smallest and weakest person, ended up lasting to the end and being one of the strongest overall. So
right. Oh, so let's see where things take. He be clubbing. I'm calling that from now on, Jay. That's his name.
Right. We be clubbing.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, one thing about this show that they have shown, especially this season, is that having a baby ain't no joke back then. Right. And we saw, first of all, damn, man, as soon as I'm getting to see the woman and starting to like her, it's over.
It's over for her. She had one episode. She's so pretty too, Jay.
She was very pretty. What you think about what she did and how she went out?
That was terrible. Childbirth is more than you could think about. Whatever you could think, it's worse. Some people have it easy, but when it comes to complications, damn. Damn, she didn't want them to cut her belly open. I don't know. They said had they cut her open, they don't know if the baby would be alive or not. So
And they
I
know
don't
she
know.
was gonna die because they couldn't stop the bleeding.
Right. So I mean, that was a swift death, but geez, you saw her dragon, and I like how they played that, the interaction with the dragon not wanting to burn her immediately. You know, it really was like her pet, and like they said, they bond with one
Yeah.
another.
It shows
So
their intelligence too, because the dragon, like, I'm not about to kill you. What you
trying
talking
to
about?
do.
Right.
Right. You saw that the interaction from the dragon, and I loved it. That dragon was spooky looking. I loved it. And like Vaughn is saying, same thing that you said before when we got on in Discord. She went out like the warrior that she is, you know?
Yeah.
And
And she said
she
it.
was G for real.
Yeah, she roasted alive. She said Dracarys, and she had to keep saying it too. He ain't want to do it. She like, I ain't playing.
I know. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, right. And we saw Damon, you know, he was visibly upset and hurt. I think he was moving a little too slow. How the hell she get all the way out there that far?
In the
Past
pain that
everybody?
she was in, right?
Right. Because the baby was breech. She couldn't get the baby out. And they said that, you know, she's about to die or the baby die or whatever. And so for those that don't know or didn't see, she chose to go out with that barbecue. And yeah, damn, boy. That was no joke, boy.
But Jay, she went out quick though, because that amount of blazing fire, it definitely, she was gonna die regardless.
Yeah. And
So
Slim got a good point. She was just saying earlier that she rides the biggest dragon. So
it
yeah.
was bad. Yeah. So that oof, that was no joke. But I did like that scene because I love the interaction with the dragon and how she was telling her daughter about how they bond with the dragons and stuff like that. The daughter whose egg never hatched. I liked it because it showed that connection. But now we got to see who's going to ride the dragon because we know somebody who needs a dragon.
Yeah. And maybe that's who's gonna end up getting it, you know. So we'll see for the next episode. But Rhaenyra's probably end up getting that dragon. We see that she told her betrothed, because of course he too busy sword fighting. He liked to play swords. He liked the sword fight all the time. This time
I must choke, Jay.
at least this time he's sword fighting where, you know, it can be beneficial. And so she like, we need to leave. Make sure you bring that extra sword with you, but this time not for pleasure, for serious. We gonna need that extra sword. What you think is what you think is going on with her? And she said, hey, what, the sailor get out the storm before it hit?
Yes. She was listening. She was paying attention. And she's right. She's right in every capacity. When she spoke to him, it's like, dude, we made an arrangement. We knew what the deal was. And you understood it. You played your part. I understand it. I'm playing my part. And she has to make that move for her children. It's like she said, she should have done this from before. But was it hilarious when she said we need that extra sword? I cracked up. I was like,
I know I did.
yes. I was like, yep, well, we need all the swords we could get. We're going to bring you boo. You know, and then they give each other that look like, thank you. You know what I mean? Oh, I was cracking up. But he's right. And you know what? She remained loyal to him because she brought his extra sword. Like, come on, bring him too. So she remained loyal to him and their agreement. What was it? Roasted duck and goose. Right? So you go bring your ducky with you, okay?
That duck get a little oily. Now, is she pregnant, or is that
No,
still the baby weight?
that's still the baby weight because she just still had the baby. So that's it. And oh, that's just so sad. It's just so sad.
Yeah.
But she got to make the move though, because she can't live there. That dirty queen is gonna be like, oh, I need to see the baby. You got some damn nerve. So
that
she
was
has to
messed
go.
up, but we already know that she know that the baby is a bastard, and she like, let me see if it's another one. And
She was ruthless there though. Could try again. Let's see if the next one look like you. She was ruthless.
she was ruthless then. That was messed up. The woman bleeding, leaving a trail of blood still, although she didn't expect her to come. But why you couldn't go see for yourself, or just wait? They wasn't going nowhere. I did notice that baby had a birthmark on his head though. So what's that's gonna symbolize in the future, you know?
No, I don't know what it's gonna symbolize. I mean, his hair's gonna cover it. But
I thought it was gonna be Gorbachev or something. I didn't know what is going on.
Yes, I don't know.
Communism. I don't know what you think about the kids and the dragon pit and teasing one another. Brought him a little pig for a dragon. What you think of that?
So I had a question about that. You think his brother, the eldest brother, was in on it? Was it really his thing, or was it really Rhaenyra's sons? Because the eldest brother seems to be manipulative. So I'm not sure. Kids do that. I want to know the younger brother. I think I wrote his name. I wrote his name down. I was trying to remember because I don't have all the names memorized like that. Aemon, right? So he had a little limp. Did you see that? Yeah, he had a little limp, but I'm not sure how that whole thing is gonna go. But I thought the pig thing was cute. That's what kids do. You know what I mean? They taunt each other. So I mean, you can't do that now. That's bullying. It's right. But I thought that whole little scene was nice. You saw that Rhaenyra's son, he's bonding with his dragon. So at least the sons are going to be dragon riders. And I don't know. We know he's looking for a dragon, and clearly there's an available dragon. So yeah, let's see, because it's not like if he's walking around with an egg, like oh gosh, what's her name? Laenar?
Yeah.
She her daughter still has the egg. It just didn't hatch as yet. But I thought that it was all fine and fun. I thought the oldest brother, Aegon, I thought that was his plan though. I think he just blamed it on his cousins, the bastards.
One thing I will say about this show that I nitpick on is that they say that this is roughly like 170 to 200 years before Game of Thrones. But in Game of Thrones, they act like the story of dragons was so long ago, or nobody's seen dragons for thousands of years. And here they are, plentiful all around the world, just 2 lifetimes away. For some people, 3 lifetimes away for, a lot. But now, and they got records. We seen they keep records of everything and the tasters and all. How do they not know what to do with dragons and that they existed and all this? I just don't understand that part. But they should have did 500 or 1,000 years, maybe. Well, that's a lot of time then,
Yeah.
But 200 years, that ain't nothing. If it would have been 1,000 years or 500, and then he talking about on this knife that it's gonna be the war between basically the White Walkers, we'd be like, wow, he knew 500 to 1,000 years in advance. Wow, that was deep.
Right. Yeah, they did make it seem
far. Don't get me wrong, 200 years is still a ways away, but It ain't that far.
Like you said, like 2 to 3 lifetimes away. That's your great grandma.
Right. So you should have heard some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Jay Smith said 4 generations. It was a myth to Ned. Yeah, see, it shouldn't have been no 4. Depending on how long people live. But even then, the Maesters and the Citadel still existed. And remember when Samuel Tarley, he was trying to get them to do something as far as the war coming, and they were like, we've been here, and people have said the world is going in, and we still here, and the world ain't never ended. So they've been there consistent for a long time.
How come the oh gosh, the Valerians, how are they extinct in 3 generations? Like, remember, they weren't involved in Game of Thrones. We didn't see them in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and
I agree with you with the time.
Right. Ines Rosso on Facebook said, shit, my husband just gave me a good point. All of Rhaenyra's descendants are brunette. So Rhaenyra's, I think she means Daenerys. Daenerys, mother of dragons, Game of Thrones, is not directly related to her, so she will not be queen after all. Well,
she's the Targaryen, though.
Accurate. So if this was the end of the story, your husband would be right. But we don't know if she has more kids or not. Hell, she may get with her uncle and have a child. Who's to say what may happen in the future? Hey, what if he does try to put a little duck on his plate? Get a little duck sauce. Get a little duck sauce on his plate. He'll get some of that duck sauce. Let me get that duck sauce on that boy. Sweet sour sauce. You know what I'm saying? So he might get some duck sauce up in her. Who knows?
Right.
So that's the only thing I would say is we don't know if this is it.
Right.
Yeah.
Good one, Jay.
I got one every now and then.
Yes. That was a good one.
All right.
Let's stick a pin in that one, Jay.
Yeah. Y'all remember that one. All right. Anything you want to say about this before we talk about power for a little bit?
I definitely, because remember we got to do the Moscow, but I definitely I want to see what's next. I'm still tuned in. I am not happy that the Strongs are gone. Kiwi Clubbing messed me up with that one. That was painful for me to see. I did not like that because he was just torn away from his children. And
the sprinkler system over there at that damn castle.
Hello, something, okay? Something. They awful. They just awful. I'm mad at that happened.
Let's do the Moscow. All right.
Yes, let's do the Moscow.
All right, for those that are new to the channel, the Moscow is my rating system that I have with just 4 simple categories. 25 points each is the top score for each category, giving you 100. You can drop a decimal point, and you got a score of 1 to 10. All right, so the first category is visual cinematography. And of course, Game of Thrones is one of the best visual, things you can see. The best quality that they have on a show right now, as far as visual effects. And so I will give it a 25. So much to say about this episode. Every scene was great, so there's no need to even get into that. Storyline and plot, The storyline and plot is being rushed. I enjoyed the episode, but it's like each episode is almost a standalone. But being this episode, this was really good, and I'm gonna give it a 22. It's not the greatest, but it's above average. And a 20 is about average, so it's above that. Um, and let's see, special effects, makeup, costumes, top notch. Special effects, makeup, the wigs, the hair, the costumes. I give it a 25.
Yeah.
Entertainment, fun factor. It wasn't the greatest episode of TV I ever seen, but I did enjoy it a lot. And I'm gonna give it a 22, which would give it a score of a 94 on the most score, or a 9.5, or 9.5 out of a 1 to 10. All right. So, what is your score? And want me to lead this up, or?
Yes, please, Jay.
All right.
So you actually were a little bit more generous than me in one of them.
All right.
So visuals and cinematography, I'm with you. This is 25. Period. The storyline and plot, I was disappointed because the time jump did disconnect me from it. So I gave that a 20.
Okay.
For special effects and makeup, 25. We're just gonna say hands down. You know, I'm a fan of the dragons. And the entertainment and fun factor, I gave that a 20, Jay.
Okay. So you came up with a 90.
Yeah, I came up with a 90.
Okay. All right. Which,
so we still in the general ballpark together.
Right. And that's a 9 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
So there ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, hey, it was a good episode.
It really was.
Yeah, and the way that you kind of got to look at this show is almost as in, yeah, they're connected, but they almost like standalone episodes almost.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So for this, I don't like the time jump, but this was a good episode. It had a lot going on, and I enjoyed it. So,
yeah, I agree with you with that standalone idea. If I'm thinking about it in standalone, I'd appreciate it more as opposed to, episode and sequence and stuff like that. I definitely appreciate it more since you brought that to mind. I could see that, but I still got a little upset because of how drastic the jump was. But I'm with you, Jay.
Yeah, I wish they could have, if that was what they were going to do, spread it out, and then they could have made up stuff that wasn't in the books to fill out those years in between.
Right.
Who knows? Maybe wars and other stuff would have happened that wasn't in the books. But anyway.
But look, Jay, Lenora, so right before we move on, Lenora, she's thinking like me that the first child is Sir Kristen. I would love that. Yep.
It could be. We don't know if she drank that drizzank because they skipped it. So, and we don't know when she started messing with him. He just popped up. Well, I was thinking that was an older Sir Christian at first. And then I saw him standing there. I'm like, what the hell?
Remember when he went to save her at the wedding?
Oh, yeah. He punched everybody upside the head.
Exactly. And he was lusting in a kind of way when she came back with the boar or bloodied up. Remember, he was there with Clubby.
Yeah.
In the rabbit or whatever. And he was like, okay. Everybody else was looking in disgust. And he was like, all right, Rhaenyra, I see you. So, it wasn't too foreign for me because you were seeing the little, how they had him strategically positioned to be, giving her the eye. But that, and of course, if a guy is coming into a crowd, Jay, and he's throwing bowls for me, I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, you saved me.
That put him on her radar.
Mhm.
Okay, I got it. It makes sense. All right, let's switch it up and talk about Power right quick for a few minutes and what to expect for this next episode. In case y'all didn't know or realize, it was off for the week, so no, you didn't miss it and you ain't tripping.
Mhm.
So, with that being said, a lot's going on, and we got to see how it all play out. What you think is gonna happen with Lulu and Cartier, Duns, Fareed? Is Lulu, is that him sealing his fate or what?
Hell yeah, it's stealing his faith. Like I wouldn't shake that man hand for nothing. Okay. The only how that would make sense to me is if Zaza gave him a up. You know what I mean? To be like, look, this is what we got to do. How we got to handle pimp, right? But I would never work with him. But he can't talk to Rock. He absolutely can't talk to Rock. So now he's going to shake hands with the damn devil. This is not a good look for me. And I just don't know what's gonna happen. Because remember last episode, well, yeah, he had to ask Rock for money, right? To front me. Now, if he is inheriting Camacho's debt, he can't go back to Rock for money. And Zaza's song not even on the radio yet.
Yeah, he in trouble.
So to go to Cartier for that, geez, like dang, Lulu, you making moves like your sister.
Right. Now I got something else to throw into this.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody be saying, like you said, and I get it, that he can't go to Rock. But why he can't go to Marvin? Hey, bro. Hey, that's his brother. That's your older brother. Then two dudes should be able to have each other back. Marvin saved him from the burning bush.
He did.
That's who was there for him and crashed his car and was ready to shoot for him. Hey, these dudes stomped the mud hole out my ass in the damn alley. Hey, I need your help. So,
well, maybe Rock. It seems like Rock got the money on lock. So, if that's the case,
about with just the beef with getting his ass kicked and maybe needing some help protection that way. Now, he probably is not necessarily going to Fareed for protection muscle wise. He probably going for money.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm thinking, well, at least go to Marvin. Marvin don't have no money.
Rock got the money on lock, Jay.
They're not allowed to have a savings account.
I doubt it. That's why she stay your money, my money, and I'm holding all our money. You know what I mean? Jay, that's her attitude. What's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine. That's it.
Ill Woods said that, I guess he mean Rock. Mm-hmm. Rock pulled the strings so she could owe him because all of that money, Marvin and Lou, she said, is her money. So, said. Yeah,
yep.
Definitely.
That's how she's holding them under her clutch. You understand?
Mm-hmm. What you think Rock is going to do about Symphony telling her that the white cop is running her mouth?
Well, Jay, Rock gonna have to deal with the police because, I mean, she raped Symphony. Now she just back in her lovely graces yet again. Because even if he says, I just can't quit you, he's still back there. He got her. You understand? He loved her and he got her back in whichever way he can.
Yeah, so he didn't even need to go over there and tell her that.
No, he could have been like, I'm done. I said I was done, so he still got her back regardless. What I can't wait to see is how the cop ended up associating the two. Him with Kanan.
That's a good point. How the hell did they see how she right? How would she put that together?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm excited to see that part, but I'm happy he told Rock, but he got her back. Period. He always had. When she needed that ride to get out of town, no questions asked. Even when he came back and he knew, because he knows what happened. Everybody know a cop got shot in the park, right? So you, even though he's still been there for her, so he's her solid outside of the her business. I'm just really excited to see how that dang crazy cop got to Symphony.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that because I don't even know how that could have happened either. It's crazy that they even had this scene. But when he said he was done, I thought, why would they let this character leave?
Right.
So I don't think that was gonna happen. It didn't make sense to me. So for him to be back some kind of way make more sense. Because he got out. You rarely see people get out clean in Power Universe. And he got out clean. Now let me ask you this. What's up with The Rock? The Rock. The Rock over here making moves with Juliana people. What is she talking about setting up with them on the South Side? Is she gonna say forget the Italians, or is she just doing that so that she could wrap them all up in one bag together? And I'm thinking that's what she probably gonna do, is set all their ass up together and just be with these dudes. But I don't know. What's your thoughts?
It's a setup at play. She have no other choice but to set up the Italians, because now Nick is in her back pocket and she can't afford for that. So instead of, she's in cure mode now. You know that old saying, prevention is better than cure. She didn't prevent this from happening. She made some foolish movements by killing her inside man, bringing the ops into the organization, giving the ops too much props. And there was one thing you said that was so big to me. It was so big, Jay. She should have let Jersey Boy know, boom, I gotta have Neek up in here, but I need you. You're gonna play the game and you're gonna feed me the information necessary, right? You in charge, but we gotta let him, do what we gotta do with him. So when you said that, I was like, oh my gosh, why didn't she take that as the bet? That's one of the, you and Gina say stuff, and I'm like, yes, that was one of the big ones for me. She should have put her plug on the inside, but she all about, cutting people off, no, people say we playing chess, not checkers. Rock is jumping all over the board. She huffing move people that don't
Double
need
jump.
to be up.
She
Oh my
to do
gosh.
double jump, backward jumps. You can't do backward jumps.
She double jumping off the board. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So she don't have no other choice but to bring in her people to sort of, neutralize the mistakes that she didn't make. So she cleaning up right now. I hope that it is going to be strategic, but I hope it's smooth. But let me ask you this. Is she setting up Cartier?
Yeah, I mean, I don't trust her. And for her to be there for him, like she's been doing, I mean, I know she definitely is picking his brain and getting information. I don't know if she'll like set him up like Rob or the cops, but she's setting him up, and then he thinking he might got a chance to get some drizzles, and she just over there trying to get some information. You ain't getting none of these draws. So,
I don't like that. I mean, I'm double thinking at the same time, but Rock don't move like that. She not bargaining her. You're not bargaining her crotches, Jay, and you know it, okay? She never played no moves like that. So you see how she is with Symphony, right? She was loving up on him last season, and he didn't have nothing to do with the business. So she don't mix those two things together. And even when it comes down to Detective Howard, right? To me, she checked for him too, because at the end of the day, she still trusts his word. She made drastic movements within her organization because he said two things to her. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She didn't even think like, yo, he warring with me right now. Whatever is the case, this is our first conversation after I try to kill him via Kanan. he could have been saying some crap to me. She did not second guess Howard at all. Scrappy, boom, done.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
to me, she don't really blend. She don't blend the waters too much. But the clip that you were showing when she was sitting with Cartier at the restaurant, wasn't her connect in the background?
I think that was 2 different restaurant scenes.
Oh, okay.
She going out a lot in this next episode. She dating again.
Oh my God.
This is the last one before we get out of here. Let me give a thanks to everybody that was watching and coming through. We will be back tomorrow at 10 p.m. to talk a little bit about Game of Thrones, as well as a little more of this as well if we get around to it.
Yeah.
So what's up with her? She done got on. She coming from one of them dinner dates, or did she get done up to come talk to this fool? I doubt it. What they talking about? What you think this is about? This is the last one before we get out of here. What are they meeting for again? What's up? She know that Kanan got the paperwork now, or what?
Ooh, I don't know, but remember, she still ain't say nothing to either him nor Kanan about when Kanan pulled up to his dad's house.
That's
so
true.
She still got that one in the bag. But I did, I try not to look at the clips because I just get all worked up. But he did say, well, what happened when Kanan found out about all your dirt and skeletons and secrets or whatever happened? Right. So to me, they're gonna continue having a war of words until it come to get down to action. Now this is power.
Should she come clean? All 3 of them have a sit down, or she just die with the lie? What should she do? I mean, come clean for Kanan.
She should come clean. She took this Negro upstate, right, to talk about a mama-son thing when she had a dead body in the trunk. Okay, she gonna die with the lie, Jay. She don't care about anybody, Kanan included. Okay, so she's gonna die with the lie. If they come clean, I'm gonna be shocked, because that's not her behavior. That's not her pattern, right? She's gonna try and eliminate everybody who goes against her lies. So I can't wait to see that. This is what I like about power. You know what I mean? I know people were like, oh, it's still moving too slow and stuff like that. We did have an action, my favorite part last episode, getting rid of Clown Camacho. I was very happy about that. But I love the story. The story has me totally, captivated. I'm here for it. And I can't wait to see. So Gina and I were talking about, is it going to be a leak? But, I guess now that they moved, there's no more leaks.
Right. Ain't no more of that. So, well, hey, I appreciate everybody for coming. Everybody, thanks. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe. Check out my girl, Kelly Lee, on IG. She got her info right here. Check her out. And everybody, don't forget, we'll be back tomorrow, 10 p.m. And we'll talk a little bit more about the shows that you love. Everybody have a good night.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. And we out of here. Peace. Deuces. We out.